to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute, but since summer has been here, I started helping babysit my niece and nephew from my brother, and that's 5 days a week. And in between there, we had a big doctor's appointment, and so yeah, I'm just now getting around to be able to film more videos. I did plan in my other planners, but it was all very quick, put together spreads, not really much. I just needed something done for this week that we're on right now, just so that way I could reference my planner. And yeah, I haven't been able to do anything since, but what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to, when I say batch film, I'm going to batch film probably close to the next 4 weeks, because I never know when I'm going to be able to sit down and film again. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. But anyway, so I am back with this. This is going to be a flip through of my school planner that we just finished up. So technically her last day of school was the 21st last week, but she's not had any assignments for 2 weeks. So she essentially has been out of school for 2 weeks. She just had a couple of meetups with her class last week, and that was it. So very, very easy week. So this was a big, now this, I put it back on the original disc and cover. That was the planner that I used for this year, and this was a homeschool planner from, see right here it says this homeschool planner belongs to, it was an old one, and so I just used it. But for the next school year, I'm going to just use a regular school teacher planner. There we go. I'm just going to use a regular teacher planner because I won't have to do what all I had to do with this. And if you'll see here, like this whole side of my planner is lopsided because I had to cover up the sidebar because I wasn't using it. So the first month for the new school year, which was a whole new school that we went to, I set it up as kind of like a back to school theme. I wrote down like all of her class schedule and stuff, and I later figured out I didn't need to do this, so I changed how I done the monthlies, and you'll see that later. So yeah, just, and I covered up, up here, just kept it basic, kind of back to school theme. And I tried to use, my intention was going to use some of the pages in this section of things to keep up with if your child is homeschooled. I ended up not using it, so I just took them out. So here is the first spread, the first weekly spread for the month of August, when back to school. I did do this differently, which is why it's a lot thicker. You'll see that in a second. But I liked the colors of this spread. It was just like, all right, get into school, get in that routine. And I'll be honest, I feel lost not having to log into her, into at least my part of the school website, because that's been a thing for, since August. So it's a little weird, but so this was the first week. I liked it. And then second week, I changed this. I started covering it up with just either copy paper or cardstock paper because I wanted this blank so that way I could mark it with the class names that I needed. And another just kind of fun, kind of back to school theme that I used. And I used this box a lot during the first semester for what was called Study Island, that we would do extra here because she had an extra class. But when she finished up that class the first semester, then I just moved Study Island over here, and this gave me an extra block to decorate there. So I liked how this one turned out, especially here, because we never had to use the weekends for anything because, you know, she would always get her schoolwork done before the weekend, but, you know, just kind of kept us in the mindset of, you know, not doing any schoolwork on the weekends. So I put these big floral sticker pieces there, and it was just a very muted with that little bit of touch of rose gold in there. Very fun, very nice. And then the next week I broke into color again. So I filled the weekend spot over here and just used flags to mark the live lessons, and then disc stickers to mark the assignments. And if I remember, I believe this was the bookish, I think. So that was it for August, and now we go into September. Here's the monthly for it. So I changed how I wanted to, what I wanted to track in the monthly. So I did just the live lessons, that schedule, and then down the side here, covered with cardstock probably. It feels a little thicker. And just filled this up with leaves because we was getting ready to go into fall. And really like the colors. And it actually is making me miss fall. I'm already ready for it. And then I used highlighters to kind of match the spread that I was going with, or mild liners. So here is the first week of September. Bright, colorful. We didn't have school on this Monday. I think it was a holiday. So I used actually Mamby sticks with this spread. That's the reason why the stickers are larger. And that's kind of the fun thing about especially the big planners is they're big enough that you can use these Mamby sticks and you still have space, you know, depending on what you use it for. So this was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I liked how it turned out. Then this next page, I used actually one of the student books for this. If you've been with Happy Planner or around Happy Planner for a long time, you'll recognize these stickers. It's a old student book. Let's see, it's right here. What year? 2018. So that was an old one. So, you know, I like the unicorns, and I put down some washi, and I used the little gemstones as kind of markers, you know, for the assignments and stuff. So that was fun. And then, even though there's a lot here, I went with a more neutral spread. So I seem to, like, I'll do a neutral, then I'll do a colorful, then I'll do a neutral, then I'll do a colorful. And this one I actually used boxes to mark the assignments and stuff. And, you know, I would do that throughout the planner. I just realized that, like, especially if we have multiple things in one class, kind of hard to squeeze that in there. But I liked this book. I don't remember which one that, maybe Rad Teacher, but I don't remember. But yeah, I liked how it turned out. Another one of my favorites, because I loved the green foil leaves here. Just filled up that whole space and then cut it out to keep it inside the box, with the quote there, and just fall spread, because I'm guessing this was the first week of fall. So I went all out with fall spread using a seasonal book. I love decorating seasonal. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I had the stickers kind of fill that sidebar in there. And that's it for September. Next, we're going into October. I liked how this turned out, especially the sidebar, doing the, the boxes slanted and with the little kitty in the bottom. I was pleased with how this one turned out, and kept it the cat theme and purple and orange and stuff. So this was fun. I liked how it turned out. And then this is the first spread using Positive Teacher. I really liked that book, and I liked how this turned out at the time when I decorated it. And it was just fun to put in all the little dogs playing and all the different, I really liked this book, the colors of it and the artwork of it and stuff. It's a really cute book. And then this week was the week of fall break, and it was also the week of my daughter's birthday. So I just used a bunch of Big Mamby stickers, because now if there's going to be multiple weeks, I won't decorate because I don't want to waste the stickers. But since it was just 1 week random in the middle of the month, I did kind of just throw some stickers down for this one, just because I didn't want one random week to not be decorated. So I did that in honor for her birthday. Next, I really liked how this one turned out. I really like this sticker book too. It's really pretty. There's some big floral pieces in it and stuff, and I just really like the colors and everything of it. I liked how it turned out, and then adding the green washi, that kind of balances, the colors of the big bold florals. And her first field trip with her new school, that was fun to do. It was a little bit of a trip for us, but it was worth it for her, because she got to meet one of her teachers, and it was a memory that teacher still had at the end of the school year. And so that makes it all worth it. But I really like this book. And then, of course, the next week I went neutral. So I got this book and the previous week's book, probably a couple more. I had gotten clearanced at Michael's, but it wasn't like my closest Michael's. It was another city over. So, but my daughter really liked this book. So I was like, you know what, in honor of you, it wasn't like one of my favorites, but she really liked it. And I was like, you know what, it's for the planner that I keep track of your stuff. I will get it. And so I wanted to use it. So that's what I did for this week. Went kind of with the theme of colorful than neutral, than probably colorful. Yep, because this was the week of Halloween. Now, I know I didn't film this one because I wasn't 100% happy with how it turned out. Still not 100% happy with how it turned out, but it's okay. You're not always, it's not the end of the world. It's just a planner. You need it for function. Yes, decorating is fun, and it will keep you coming back to your planner, but just because you're not happy one week does not mean you're not going to be happy with every week. So I didn't film this one because I was 100% happy with it. I was like, we'll start over next week. So next is the month of November. So I went with pumpkins and leaves and stuff, with this Have a Grateful Heart sticker in the sidebar. Put this down, a thankful for list, because I wanted to make a thankful for list for, school related things. And yeah, I liked how it turned out with like the colors and the feel of fall. Again, I'm still missing fall. I'm ready for fall again already. I don't like wishing time away, but I'm just a fall person. I really am. All right, so this week's spread, I don't remember which book this come out of, because I have multiple floral books too, so I don't remember which one a majority of this come out of, and that's sad because I've used this book several times, but I don't remember what it's called. This one sticker though, it come out of, I know where it come from. It come out of the Seasons of Color, and that was the only blue floral sticker that I had left, because apparently I'd used this color once before and ran out of blue stickers. So I was like, well, I need a little more deco in there, and so I pulled that one out of a different book. All right, the next week, I used the Stick Girls. This one was one of, it was actually a teacher book, I think, but it was of the Stick Girls. Those books are so cute. I like how colorful and cute they are, and so it was a really fun one to use. I'll look forward to using it again. Next week, I'm pretty sure this was another, might have been, well, no, I think it was like one of the just regular teacher books, like one of the teacher books that has like just random school stuff in it. It's not like a theme, but it's one of the older ones. I did like using the stickers, the sticky note stickers down the side. I think that turned out really cute. I mean, well, no, I won't get to do that again because, like I said, I'm using a teacher planner for this next school year, which I'm not going to show what that is right now. I will probably closer to when school starts again. But it's cute, colorful. I went off the trend. I went with 2 colorfuls in a row, so. But I go back to a more neutral spread. So this was the week of Thanksgiving. And I've used this book. It's a seasonal book. I've used it a lot. Filled this weekend up with this pretty foiled foliage. And then I took letters, and because this week we only had school Monday and Tuesday and then had Thanksgiving break, so to fill this up I came down diagonal like this with the letters to spell out Thanksgiving break. I love that font. I wish there was more in that. Alright, so now we go to December, and this is another one of my favorite spreads. I loved how this turned out. This is Live Love Posh, and I want to get some more of her books so bad because I love her stickers. They are so cute and like so soft. Love the quality of her stickers and her artwork and everything. beautiful. Love it, love it. I loved how this turned out and the color scheme that I went with out of that book. So first week of December went back to a very colorful, bright spread. Again, this is one of the just like the random like teacher books. Like it didn't have a specific name. It's just teacher. And I believe it's maybe one of the older ones. Just from looking at it, I think it may be. But it was to fit a big, so it was easy to fill up the weekend spot here. This one, I don't really have much use for the emoji stickers, so I used it in this planner to mark the assignments, just so that way I could get them used. And I think it kind of turned out cute just because of the theme stickers that it is. And of course, I love filling this sidebar. This week I went with the seasonal because we're getting close to winter, but when winter actually started, we was going to be out for Christmas break. So I went a little early with a winter spread using just one of the seasonal sticker books and went with just a winter theme. I didn't want to use Christmas yet, but I wanted to use a winter, so I went with, you know, socks and skates and mittens and scarves and all those things that, you know, is kind of what you start dragging out when winter gets here, and use snowflakes with the decoration and also to mark assignments. And here, since this was the week that we go into starting Christmas break, I wanted to use a Christmas spread, so that way I could get one in even though we was going to be out by this point. So I just went with a lot of these bigger stickers and had it like this ornament was kind of hanging a little lower, and just threw a bunch in there because, you know, again with the last week it was very limited assignments. But it's cute. I liked how it turned out. And of course, this was the one exception where I said that, you know, if it's multiple weeks, I'm not going to decorate because I don't want to waste the stickers. So didn't for that week. Here is the monthly for January. So because it's still a very wintry month, and I went with these stars and that quote wish, you know, to kind of play into, you know, New Year's and everything. So of course I didn't get that right there, but everywhere else I outlined with this blue scrapbook paper. So I kind of kept with that theme. Used two different color blue dots, a couple of quotes. The only other color that wasn't blue or gold is wish, but I like how that pops out. So again, still out for Christmas break, so I didn't decorate that week. But we skipped to here. So this is our first week back into the second semester. So this is where I said we finished up with that one class that she only had for half a semester. So the study island got moved over here, and then that left another box to decorate. So I went with these bright colors because I had been using some darker colors in my other planners, so I wanted to go with something bright in this one. So cute. Here I used the Stick Girls again. Really fun. It's a really fun little sticker book. I really like it. Love all the quotes that I used. Like this one, I'm silently correcting your grammar. cute. Here I made a challenge, I think, for this week. Maybe in at least 3 of my spreads, I used Mamby sticks. I think this is the week that I used Mamby sticks in this spread, my home planner, and maybe even my journal too. I'll have to see, but I think that's what happened. Now, I won't do flip throughs of my journaling planner, but I will my home planner. But I can go back and check. But I just used these bright, colorful stickers. Now, I kind of went with this because this is the week of my birthday. But I didn't want it to, like, at least in this planner, to be, you know, obvious that, you know, it was for my birthday. So it's a little subtle in there, like the where'd I say it? Live life and forget your age, you know, like that. Never stop Ewing. Eat whole foods. I put the donut there because I got a free donut for my birthday. Actually, I got a free 3-pack for my birthday. And just all the confetti. So, yeah, that was kind of a little nod to my birthday. So, here for this week, I did this one. Now, which one? Oh, Out for Adventure. So, it was kind of a little more toned down. This was a fun book to use. I like the colors and just the different cute little deco. Next up was the month of February. So, that got a little bent there. So these stickers was, oh, it's not there. I got them stored away in something else. So these were like a pack of stickers that I got from Michael's, or like recollection stickers, and it was like a pack of different ones like this that you could get. And so I just filled up along the border with these, and then I used highlighters in colors that would match. So for the first week in February, I went back to this sticker book. This was the same one that I used for the very first week back in August, so I brought it back out. Now this right here, this You Are One of a Kind, it was all one sticker, and I just cut it down and kind of placed it, you know, like that to fill up boxes, but also kind of made it get fun with that. And then this one was a different color scheme compared to the one back in August. And then, you know, I like filling up the sidebar here so it doesn't look quite as empty. This was the week of February. As you can see, this right here, I used it's like a type of, I got it right here. It's a type of tape, or so it said, and I thought that it had like a sticky back that you would just peel off, and apparently it doesn't. But so with this week, I wanted to do Valentine's Day spread, so I used a seasonal teacher book for all these stickers, and then like I said, I filled this up with that tape. It was a little different, but it goes with the theme, which was fun. This week I went, it's colorful, but it's a little more muted compared to the previous week. This was actually another one of the student books. Really cute. Now this one, I can tell you which one it is. It is, No, Girl Power. So this was the Girl Power sticker book. It's a really fun, cute little book to. I actually had the student planner that matches this, the Girl Power student planner. It's down there. I'm sure use it at some point. All right, next up is the month of March. So I used scrapbook paper that had clovers to go down the sidebar here, and then I just added a bunch of clovers across there and just took out that was from a different book, and then I think the rest of it come from a seasonal wrong book, I think. But it's colorful, but I did try to keep it minimum too, especially since I used that. So here's the first week in March. Pretty sure it was a seasonal teacher book. And so I just went with florals because we're getting close to spring. Actually, I did this week as a spring spread because spring was the same week as St. Patrick's Day, and I wanted to do one of each. So I did a spring spread the week before, and then I did this spread for St. Patrick's Day. So I took that same scrapbook paper and went down the sidebar and across the bottom, and then these stickers. So I think these boxes I got from a different book, but these stickers are all from Hobby Lobby. So that's where I got them. Next week, I did another spring spread using this, I think, yeah, it's not button that one. I think it was, I don't remember which one this was. It was a seasonal book, but I think it was still like from the back to school. I think it was maybe Year to Grow. Maybe that was the book. I don't remember. I don't want to spend too much time worried about it, but another bright spring spread. Next, I loved how this monthly turned out. So for the month of April, I wanted it to be a little bit of spring, but I really wanted, to, throw some hints of Easter in there too. So I think this was kind of like out of a little sticker pack that I got at Hobby Lobby too, I think. And so I put this pink scrapbook paper down the side, and then I spelled out April and then surrounded it with all that. And I loved how this one turned out. I remember the week of teacups. That just feels like yesterday. That is so weird. So the first week in April here was obviously Easter. So I did this Easter spread. Got to fill that up because we didn't have school that day, it being Good Friday. And these were just a little sticker pack that, again, I got from Hobby Lobby. And I actually went back later because I had those on sale. I think like half off, maybe even more than that. No, I think it was like 75% off. And I got a bunch more because I love, again, if you haven't figured it out, I love decorating seasonal. So here is that same sticker book again that I did previous. I don't remember. It might be the Mystic Blooms, or Garden Joy. I don't remember. It's there. I just don't want to dig it out, and I'm trying not to hyper focus on it too much. The one time I didn't fully go down and decorate the sidebar, but I did go back here and do it. I used that Positive Teacher sticker book again. I love that book, and so I went with it. It wasn't all dog decorated, I think, because I used them all on the other spread, but I loved it. It's such a fun, cute little book. And this is the Books Are Magic. And I also pulled some from the Bookish because they had the exact same artwork and stuff and the colors. So I just borrowed from it to add in there anything extra, like I think I pulled her out of the Bookish and like some of the little bit of quotes and stuff. Fun. This one was another, pretty sure, seasonal book that I had got. I'd done essentially a strawberry spread and used mostly that blue. And finally, the month of May. So I redone the monthly like I did for April. I'd done it for this. I wanted to use these sloths because I love these little sloths. I love them. So I used them for my monthly. Maybe I should have kept it for the weekly. I don't know, but it's okay. So I spelled out May again, and I just filled that sidebar, and then I just went in with it. So I remember when I started doing these, I was starting to use some sticker books that I had got from a sticker bundle sale that they had, and I loved these. It was the what was it? Ink and Arbor, and then it was like a little smaller sticker pack. I wanted to do a spread with these stickers for this sticker because I love this sticker. She is just so pretty and just looks so relaxed and at ease, and I'm like, I want that. And this sticker was too big. I think I was done a spread using these books in my journaling planner, and this one was too big to use in it, and I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll use it in my school planner. So that's what I did. But I love these books. It's a fun type of neutral, and I really liked how it turned out. This week it was another one of the new ones that I got. I don't remember which one it was. Classroom Brights, I believe. I had got that bundle right before school ended, and I wanted to be able to use the two that I gotten in that bundle in my planner before school was out. So I did this. And we come to the last week. So this was the final week. I don't even think I filmed this one because it ended up changing. Like, they ended up taking everything off our planner for that week. They only had one final live lesson with her homeroom, and that was it. Like, all the assignments, all the other live lessons, everything came out. So I didn't really have to reference this week, but I wanted to do a summer spread since I knew this would be my last chance to do one for this planner. So that's what I did. I just grabbed a seasonal teacher book, and I did this summer spread just to be able to get one in before school ended. And then that was it. This is actually 2 months that I didn't end up using. So I just put it back in the book so that way they wouldn't get lost. But that is it. That is a full flip through of the school planner that I used for this year. So, and I want to be able to hold on to it for the memories and to go back and look at, and who knows, maybe I might get inspiration from some of my favorite spreads again. But I really enjoyed this, so it was really fun, and I look forward to adding the next one that I use. And who knows, one day I might switch over to a big for my home planner for a while. Just to see. I don't know. We'll see. But that will do it for this. If you liked this video, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate your patience. Summer is going to be a little crazy, but I'm going to film. So that way I have something that I can edit and put on here when I won't have time to film. But I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.